Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Gurunatha, and today in this video we are going to see a live demonstration of bulk CSV file extraction, then transformation and loading. Yes friends, so this is like a ETL process for bulk CSV file. When I say bulk CSV file means n number of CSV file. Yes, with this today's program you can extract n number of CSV file and transform that CSV data and accordingly load that CSV data to the data warehouse. So this is the example we are going to demonstrate in this today's video. So here as you can see we have the two customer source files here, that is customer source 1 and customer source 2. So now let me open the customer source 1. So as you can see that on the top we have the column names like customer ID, customer name, product purchase, quantity, amount and purchase date. So accordingly we have the data rows here, as you can see that. Yes, and in the customer source also we have the same column names and with the different data rows. Yes, so this is the data we are going to extract it. Definitely we will transform it as per the data warehouse. So let's check the data warehouse design. So you can see here, so this is the table we have where we are going to load the data in this table. So you can see that we have the customer ID, name, product purchase, quantity, amount. Then we have extra column, that is the USD product amount, which is not available in this customer source. You can see that. Yes. So we don't have any column for USD amount, but the requirement is that while loading to the data warehouse, we need a USD product amount column also. At the same time, we need customer type column also. At the same time, we need discounted amount column also and discounted percentage column also. So it means we have lots of transformation things to do in our project. And once we done the proper transformation, then we will load the data to this table, that is TBL customer. So this is the entire program what we need to execute in this live demonstration video. Now let me go back to my folder, that is bulk CSV file folder. As you can see that, so this is the two files which we are going to extract it, transform it and load it. So you must be wondering that two files for extraction and transformation and loading is enough? I will say no. So when I say n number, so I can add any number of files. So what I will do, I will go to my one more folder here. I have the customer source 3 and a customer source 4. So I will copy this both the files here and paste it here. So that's it. We have 4 files now. 4 customer source. So you can see that all the data are different here. So we have 28 rows here. You can see that. Yes. So this is like a n number of files. Yes, you can add any number of CSV files to this folders, and our program will automatically extract all the data whatever present in this folder. So now let's go to our project now. That is our Visual Studio project. So there you go. So this is my package, that is bulk CSV files, as you can see that. So let me make this as startup. Yes, because we have some other packages also. So that's why I'm making this package as startup package. So there you go. So now what we need here first, definitely data flow task for ETL process. So let me drag and drop here. And let me also drag and drop execute SQL task, because I want to truncate all the data which is present in this table. If you see, we have some data already loaded into this table. So I want to truncate this data before my package starts running. So yes, so let's configure the execute SQL task now. So double click. So there you go. So let's add the connection here, new connection. Okay, so now let me just write the statement as truncate table TBL customer. I will say okay, okay, done. So let me connect it to data flow task. That's it. Let's save the project. Now let me double click on the data flow task here. So what I will do, from the SSIS toolbox, I am going to drag and drop the flat file source. So there you go. And right now I am going to configure this flat file source for single file. So why I am doing that, I will show you later. But first let me configure this flat file source component for single file. So double click. So I will say new connection. So there you go, browse. So let me go to my different folder. So there you go. So this is the customer source one which I am selecting here. Yes. I will say preview. So there you go. Say okay and okay, done. So now let me also do the data type conversion, because definitely when the data comes from the raw CSV file, we need to do lots of data type conversion, because you can see that the design says we need different data types here. So accordingly, we need to do the data type conversion also. So let's take the help of data type conversion. Drag and drop, done, connect. So I will say customer ID, customer name, product purchase, quantity, all. Okay, so let me do it one by one. I will say int customer ID. So this is like 4 byte signed integer. Customer name. So I will say W str. So there you go. So this is also WSTR. Quantity integer. Amount, definitely currency. Date, definitely date only. So there you go. Our data type conversion is done now. So now you can see that we need one more column for USD product amount here. So yes, we need to derive one more column here in our SSIS program. So let's do that. So for that, let me drag and drop the derived column now. So remember, our extraction is done here, but now we are doing the transformation part. Okay. So let me connect here, and here I am going to do the two things here. Definitely I am going to transform the customer name to the uppercase transformation, and also I am going to derive one more column for USD amount. Rest, customer type, discounted amount and discounted percentage, I am going to derive in our further steps. So let me just do it here now. So that is USD amount and uppercase customer name. That's it. Double click, drag and drop, and here I am going to take customer name here. Before that I will take string function. So I'll drag and drop upper here, and from here I am going to drag and drop customer name, and this is like you customer name. That's it. And now definitely we need USD amount here, right? So what I will do, let me drag and drop product amount, and here I am considering $1 as 73 rupees. Okay, so I am going to divide the product amount with the 73. Okay, and here I am going to name the column name as USD amount. That's it. I'll say okay, done. Now let's go to our data warehouse design here, and you can see that we need a customer type here. A customer type means a type can be a gold, a silver or bronze. So depending on the product purchase amount, we need to define the customer type here. So definitely here we have to define some condition here. So in order to define the condition here from the SSIS toolbox, let's take the help of conditional split component here. So let me drag and drop it. Yes, done. So let me connect it. So remember, depending on the product purchase amount, we need to define the customer type here. So that's why I'm using the conditional split component here. So let me double click on it to configure it. So I will say product amount, if it is greater than 50,000, definitely he is a gold customer, and if the product amount is greater than 20,000 and less than 50,000, then it will be like silver. And if the product amount is less than 20,000, so there you go, bronze customer. I will say okay, done. Now if you see our data warehouse design here, we need two more columns here, that is discounted amount and discounted percentage. So let's define that. So now you can see that we have the customer type as gold, silver and bronze. So here, depending on the customer type, we need to define the discounted amount and discounted percentage. So let's do that by taking the help of derived column here. So drag and drop, connect it. So what we want to connect, gold customer. Let me double click on it. So I'll say double click. So here I'm going to define a customer type as my new column here. So here I will say gold customer, and next column what we want, discounted amount. So I will say discounted amount. So for this we need a actual product amount. So definitely product amount, so multiply by 0.5, it is nothing but 50%. So here we can define the discounted percentage as 50% here. So there you go. Yes, we are done. Okay, so you can see that we have defined the customer type as gold customer, discounted amount by multiplying with the product amount with the 50%, that is 0.5, and here we have defined one more column called discounted percentage as 50%. So yes, so it means we have defined all the columns here by taking the help of derived column component. Okay, so let's repeat the same procedure for silver and bronze also. So for that, let me just copy paste this and let me connect here as silver. Double click. So this will be like silver customer. This will be like 0.3. This is like 30%, right? 0.3 means 30%. I will say okay, and let's do it for bronze also. So 10% I am offering for bronze customer. That's it. Say okay, done. Now as you can see, we are done with the transformation part also. So first we did the extraction here, yes, then the data type conversion, then we have derived the new column here for USD amount, then depending on the product purchase amount we have defined the condition of conditional split, that is the gold customer and silver customer and bronze customer. Now finally we are done with our transformation part also. It means now it finally load the data to the data warehouse. So now let me go to the SSIS toolbox, let me go to the destination here and let me drag and drop ED.at destination here. Now let me connect here. That's it. Now let me connect this also. Oops, there is an error. You can see that all the available inputs on the target components are connected to the outputs. Means we can connect only one input to the ED.net destination. We cannot connect multiple inputs to the ED.net destination. So it means we have a serious issue here. So how to deal with it? It's very simple, friends. Let's remove this first. And you can see that we have one more component here called union all, which combines all the multiple inputs into the single output. So let's connect it everything to the union all here, which help us to convert all the multiple inputs into the single output. Now you can see that, yes. Now let's configure the union all. There is customer type is missing, so let's do it now. Finally we have the single output here. Let's connect it to the ED.net destination. Now it's time to configure the ED.net destination. Remember, all this is transformation part which is done, extraction part is also done, finally the loading part is there. Let's do it. So I'll say new connection, practical DB, tbill customer. Let's do the mapping. So this is like in customer ID, u customer name. So this is like product purchase, int quantity, product amount, that is CY, USD, purchase date. Then we have the customer type, discounted amount and discounted percentage. That's it. We are done. Yes. So you can see that we have successfully configured the data flow for single CSV file here, right? So you can see here we have did all the extraction, transformation and loading part for the single CSV file here, right? Now it's time to make it dynamic here. Why dynamic? If you see our folder, we have multiple, or I will say n number of CSV files here. That is customer source 1 to customer source 4. But our program currently only accepting one CSV file here. So here we want to make this as dynamic. So how to make dynamic? So here we need to take the help of variables here. So let's do that. So I will say variable here. So here I will say I am going to create a new variable here called full CSV path. That's it. And this will be like string here. That's it. We are done. Now if you see, our data flow task is doing the extraction and transformation and loading for one CSV file. So this we want to repeat it for multiple CSV file also, right? So for that repetition purpose, we need to take the help of one of the containers called ForEach Loop container. So let me just drag and drop this ForEach Loop container and let me put this data flow task inside the ForEach Loop container. Why? Because we want to iterate data flow task component multiple times for the multiple files, right? So for this purpose, I am just putting the data flow task inside the ForEach Loop container. So let me connect here to this ForEach Loop And now let me just configure the ForEach loop container here. So double click. So there you go. Let's go to the collections and let's change the enumerator type to the ForEach file enumerator, right? So I will say browse. So I will go to my E drive. So here is my bulk CSV file data. I'll say OK. Fully qualified name. And now in the variable mapping, I'm going to use my variable as full CSV path. So my complete CSV file path will come to this variable here. Okay, so that's why I'm using this full CSV path variable here. So I'll say OK. That's it. I'm done. Now it's time to go to our data flow task and make this flat file connection source to the dynamic one. As you can see that it is now accepting only the single CSV file here. Yes. Now we want to make this as dynamic. So how we can make this dynamic? By taking the help of the variable here. So let's do that. So I will say file connection manager. I will go to the properties, and here in the expression what I will do, I'm going to take the connection string from the variable name here, that is full CSV path. So drag and drop. So I will say OK, OK, done, right? So we are done now. I will say save. Perfect. Now let me just run the project here. So before I run, let me put the breakpoint here. So I will say edit breakpoint, edit breakpoint. That's it. And now let's start the project now. So there you go. You can see that our project is started to run. So you can see that our yellow symbol is on ForEach loop container. Now what we will do, we will read our variable from the watch list here. You can see that watch. So let me add the item to watch here so that we can see how our variable is changing here dynamically. So for that, let me add our variable. So I will say full CSV path, right? You can see that. So now there is no value here. So now let me just say continue. So there you go. You can see that our current value of full CSV path is this customer source 1.txt. Let me say continue. So there you go. Our customer source 1 has been executed. Now you can see that our full CSV path value has been updated to the customer source 2.txt. So let me continue. So you can see that now the value has been updated to customer source 3.txt. So let's say continue. Now it is customer source 4.txt. You can see that. Let me say continue. There you go. We are done now. Yes. Let me just stop this. And let me go to my table customer and let me browse it. So there you go. You can see that all the 28 records has been loaded to the data warehouse here successfully. So friends, this is how we have executed the project successfully. In case if you have any doubts or any queries, please post your doubts and queries in the below comment section. I will be very happy to help you to solving your doubts and queries. So thank you friends for watching this video, and if you really like this video, give us a big thumbs up, and in case if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe it, because your one like and one subscribe really motivates us to create more such technical videos on MSBI. So thank you friends for watching this video. See you on our next video. Thank you.